All right, what's good, y'all? Will on the Passive Income Network. As y'all know, we talk about creating assets that produce passive income. We have a special guest feature here, Hamburger Pimp. You want to say what's good?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Name's
Yeah.
Josh, aka the Hamburger Pimp. You've probably
Yes.
seen me on Twitter a lot. Nice to be here, man. Nice to be with you, Will, talking, chatting it up.
Yes, excellent. Appreciate you. So the audience is definitely going to like this. A little background. Hamburger Pimp, definitely been watching you online. Very interesting project with the burgers, the drinks, and all that.
It is.
Yeah, very interesting. So we're gonna dive right on in. Can you fully do like an introduction of yourself for everyone? I'm over here in Portland and Oregon. If you would like to share maybe what side of the country you're at, and then a little bit about the project, and then I'll go to your website and give a little visual.
Cool. Sounds good. So Josh, I'm in PA, so on the opposite side of the country from you, man.
Yep.
So I've been living here my whole life in IT, doing all that good stuff. And so a little bit about the project, which is kind of, I guess, entranced people in a weird way, because it started with packaged meat.
Yeah.
So some of the people asked if it's a game or if it's, this and that. And I said, nah, it's more of like an artistic kind of output for hamburgers. And the idea came from Dolomite. If you're a fan of Dolomite,
I know Dolomite.
Heard of Rudy Ray Moore?
Yeah. That movie was fire too. Yeah.
Oh my God. So years ago,
yeah. That's a good one.
And Eddie Murphy did a killer rendition of Rudy Ray Moore.
Mm-hmm.
But way back in the day, I got all my wisdom teeth pulled out, right? I'm sitting in bed with a heating pad on my face. And I'm on Netflix and I'm like, Disco Godfather. I'm like, what the hell is that? So it was Rudy Ray Moore. And I watched it and I'm like, who is this guy? I need to own all of his films. And I just became consumed by Rudy Ray Moore, Dolomite, and bought everything. I own all the DVDs. I even bought I bought his shoes, man. I bought his
a real
shoes.
fan. Oh shit.
These Italian shoes, dude. So I bought
Can you pull it out a little bit?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Look at these, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, nice. See, y'all go look up Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore, classic. Was it blaxploitation films from that area of time? Look that up,
yeah,
y'all.
Nice.
Yep.
And I figured, it's gonna crack people up that I'm like the whitest IT guy obsessed with Rudy Ray Moore, but I love it.
No, honestly, I didn't know you was white. I was curious. I was like, because you never know in this internet world, you never know.
You don't. And I was gonna be like, I wonder if people are gonna be mad that I'm not a black guy that's Hamburger Pimp.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have no comment. I'm just surprised as well. Yeah. I mean, I'll say, long as you representing and shit, let's go.
But yeah, so it was a cool thing. So the Hamburger Pimp is a small fraction of Rudy Ray Moore's first film, Dolomite. So in 5 minutes, this guy called the Hamburger Pimp, he's a real character in the movie. Comes up to Rudy Ray Moore and he's asking him for food, right? Because he doesn't have enough money to buy burgers. And it's a small little interlude, but that's where I got the idea from. And I'm like, you know what? This would be a perfect persona to just do an NFT piece. So
yeah, hell yeah. Let's pull this site up real quick. Let's pull your
Go
site
for
up.
it.
All right, where did I put it? Maybe here. Okay. Then we'll give you a walkthrough. So let's go to, let me move this. There we go. All right, you see my screen?
Yep, I got you, man.
Okay, so y'all, this is Hamburger Pimp on Twitter. Here we go with the hat and everything. So y'all gonna make sure y'all follow Hamburger Pimp on Twitter, and we're gonna go to your website. Or no, this is the website here. No, this is this one. Hamburger Pimp, right? So
yes, that's the main one where it's got the gallery jumps, and then for projects and roadmaps, I started to load that out.
Do we browse the menu here? So ground beef, we got fries. So break this down a little bit. We doing a full restaurant? What we got going on?
Yeah, so I mean, basically that was my premise, where I wanted to start with ground meat and build it up from like a small burger to epic burgers, and just kind of do like a whole restaurant burger shop vibe.
You gotta be doing vegan. I need a Beyond burger in there.
I got the veggie burger, and that already sold in the secondary market, which is crazy.
Wow.
But yeah, so I did a quick roadmap because it was more of like an artistic kind of endeavor rather than like a game, so to speak. but it was just a cool kind of rendition of taking that character because he loves burgers so much and then just building upon it like it's his own restaurant. So I kind of write the descriptions like I'm the guy serving you that
at
NFT.
the restaurant. Okay, nice,
Exactly.
nice. Yeah, I'm gonna click this here. So what's the main site you sell from? AB2 Gallery, as I see here?
Yeah, do AB2 primarily, and then I'll drop some 5 out of 5s on here. And then I will also go on to Rand for some reverse gallery auctions.
So it says, welcome back to Algo Burger. What can I get for you? Okay, he's in character mode. All right.
Yeah.
You want to make an even classic burger? Okay, I see you. So we have storytelling. This character, Hamburger Pimp here, right? This character here has a restaurant. He has all kind of different burgers. We have one-on-one collections. See y'all, the guys, y'all who are watching it on the screen, make sure y'all look at this one right here. So this is a chicken sandwich.
So yeah, I have like this list of burgers that I was like, I got to create all these. So I thought of one called the chicken burger, and it came up, and I was like, this is gonna be hilarious, right? The chef does not know how to make the chicken burger, so he just slaps a dead chicken between the hamburger buns and calls it a meal. So
that's interesting.
I figured I'd throw some comical stuff in between, like good restaurateur type things.
Nice.
But they come out pretty nice. I love the gradients. They're very kind of like minimal.
Is this what we call 8-bit, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Can you break down what 8-bit is for the audience? I know we got 16-bit, 8-bit.
I think, honestly, so you got the bits, 8-bit's, I think, a chunkier pixel. I think I'm running these at like 64 by 64. So the pixels are definitely smaller in detail to kind of bring out the nuances of like the burgers. Because it takes a little bit to kind of design that and get that all set up. I think it warrants the smaller pixels as opposed to like 8-bit or the chunkier pixels that you're used to seeing in some of like Pixel Punks or anything like that. They have bigger pixels. So I've kind of elected to do a finer detail and breakdown to kind of see more like the ingredients and the nuances of the burger itself.
Nice. Yeah,
but it's a
that's too crazy.
Yeah, and there's a couple of people that caught on, like they sent some gifts of Hamburger Pimp, and I'm like, man, people kind of know who this guy is, and it's really niche, and I'm like, maybe it'll expose people to the Dolomite films, the beauty of those films back in the day.
That's why I was saying promote the hell out of it, because those are like I seen only clips of the old ones, other than like that new release with Eddie Murphy, but you making me want to go back and check them all out, because that guy had a hell of a run as well.
He was a crazy comedian too, like raunchy comedy, crazy movies. But yeah, I wanted to actually start hosting like Plex viewing parties, because I have them all on Plex, and I wanted to get some of the people in the community that wanted to watch it into a viewing party to watch the movie.
Shit, I'm down, man. What is Plex?
So Plex is like a Netflix for your house. So you kind of load up all your media, you can rip it. I own all the Blu-rays and DVDs, so I rip them, put them up, and then you can just stream it anywhere in your house, your phone, Apple TV, and it runs from whatever server or computer you have. And then you can just kind of run it and stream films locally in your network. So I put all the Dolomite films up there. I got tons of crazy, weird, old 70s movies. So it's like my niche. So I'm like, I could get people in here, maybe do a watch party, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, Hamburger Pimp from the Dolomite. It all makes sense. Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Can you explain NFTs to the audience? Like, what's the purpose of us collecting NFTs?
Well, I used to collect physical art and buy a lot of prints and things back in the day, and I don't think it's much different than that, even though you can copy and paste an image.
Yeah, copy and paste, right?
Yeah, sort of like you can do with like a piece of art that you want to buy a print of. You can copy and paste the image online, but it doesn't give you that sense of ownership unless there's something assigned to it. So I think that's what's cool about NFTs, is it's like kind of like a certificate of authenticity for a JPEG, just kind of like a physical piece of paper. So I think that's kind of the best way to explain it, is you're buying digital art, but then on the blockchain, when it's assigned an address, that's its certificate of authenticity, that's a real JPEG, or it's that, it's assigned to you.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a mentality a lot of people need to get behind to accept it. but I think it seems to be catching on a lot. I mean, a month and a half into Algorand NFT space, it's blown up. Even for me, it's insane.
It's crazy. Like, it is crazy. Like, my mind is blown. So non-fungible tokens, verifiable ownership. It's all tracked on the blockchain. It's a digital piece of art that we own. A good example is like how we value a check mark on Twitter, right? It's a social type of thing that can be verified. It has to be, it's special, basically. And you can't duplicate a check mark. You can't duplicate this item. And we know about copy and pasting. That doesn't mean you have the real art, Even prints, as you said, print is just a print. And it's like another example here that I like to explain to people when we think about non-fungible tokens. When you buy a song from iTunes, you're not actually owning that song. You have just a copy of it or rights to listen to. And that's the difference. When you buy on the blockchain, you actually own that digital asset. So that's
exactly. And it's part of your wallet. So it's not like it's sitting on an exchange somewhere. It's the wallet you created, you own it until you pass it on or sell it. So yeah, totally.
So next discussion, my experience getting into NFTs was via Ethereum. I wanted to make something on Ethereum, and I ran into the issue of gas fees when I was, early in my journey trying to figure out NFTs.
Crazy.
I migrated to Algorand. I only have 2 NFTs right now, the music NFTs, if you heard them or not. But they're on Algorand for these reasons. Can you explain to the audience how you got on Algorand and why?
Yeah. So I started like you on Ethereum because that's like the blockchain to buy NFTs on.
Yep.
There's just huge 6-7 figure pieces on there. So I dabbled in that. I bought a piece of AI art on there and everything else. But then when I wanted to do mine, actually my first Twitter post is me saying, hey, I'm doing my collection on OpenSea. And then I saw a bunch of like Algo NFT things pop up and I'm like, all right, let me check this out. And it was like dirt cheap to mint. Yep. And I just discovered that Ethereum isn't really good for like the common man getting into NFTs. Like unless you made it big into Bitcoin and Ethereum and you got millions to drop, it's not even really worth it.
No.
So I was like, all right, let me check this out. And then it just was a rabbit hole. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm doing everything on Algo. And I love it. It's so cheap to do. Transaction fees are fast. There's not like, a $200 gas fee for a $30 NFT.
Same, because I was thinking like for like these celebrities, right? Somebody was just writing me about Gary Vee, if you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is. I like this guy for marketing and stuff, branding.
Yeah.
But he, again, wants to help his community. So he got this project that he drops that gives them like access and all that. But again, the issue, he used Ethereum. And, and I feel like a lot of these guys don't have, I'm looking at your cat. It's kind of funny.
She always sleeps up there, man.
Yeah, just her foot hanging out. But yeah, so he goes on Ethereum and he's doing this project. But again, it's like his only wealthier fans can basically purchase. Because it's like, again, as you said, if I'm buying a $1,500 NFT from this guy, wherever how much ETH that is, a half a ETH, you might spend a quarter of an ETH just sending that. And which, to translate, you might pay $400 to send $2,000 or maybe less.
Exactly.
So, and then Algorand doesn't matter. You're going to pay 0.001, and which is 1/10 of a cent. Yeah, and you get it in 4 seconds. And using Ethereum, I sent some, I think it was USDC, not even an NFT or anything. It cost me like $40, and I was waiting for 40 minutes, nervous because I was scared that I did something wrong,
Yeah.